Federal government reviews 2023 road concession deals. NSIA Insurance sponsors NCRIB workshop on corporate reporting. Nigerian man sentenced in US for $1.3 million COVID fraud. Misteki advocates human creativity over AI at UNESCO Global Forum. And in health, Nigeria physiotherapists advocates wearable sensor tech to boost Parkinson care in Africa. And in business, NPA reports arrival of 1,350 vehicles amid Naira stability. And lastly, in sport, Junior Nduka leads Remo Stars contingent in Super Eagles B final squad for 2024 CHAN. Now the news in full. The federal government has initiated a comprehensive review of the road concession agreements signed in 2023 under the Highway Development and Management Initiative, HDMI, aiming to improve transparency, accountability and value for money in Nigeria's PPP road projects. The review, led by Minister of Works David Umahi, follows concerns over flaws in the original contracts and seeks to align the agreements with current policy reforms under the Tinubu administration. The review targets major highways including the Lagos-Badagry Scheme Border Road, Benin-Asaba, Abuja-Lokoja and others, with updated clauses requiring enhanced infrastructure such as CCTV, solar lighting and rest areas. Concessionaires must meet strict conditions before taking oversights, including settling debts and proving financial and technical capacity. Meanwhile, in response to public complaints, the government has commenced emergency repairs on a failed section of the Kaduna-Abuja Expressway. Minister of State for Works, Bello Goronyo, who inspected the site, reaffirmed President Tinubu's commitment to fixing critical roads despite fiscal constraints, highlighting the administration's renewed focus on road infrastructure as a driver of national development. Moving on, the 2025 mid-year workshop of the Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers Lagos Area Committee kicked off yesterday in Yaba, Lagos, with a focus on changing trends in corporate reporting, sponsored by NSIA Insurance. The event brought together key stakeholders under the theme Navigating the Changing Corporate Reporting Landscape, Insurance Brokers' Perspective. The workshop featured industry leaders including NCRIB President Babatunde Oguntade and guest speaker Dr. Iheani Anyahara. NSI Insurance, represented by Managing Director Moruf Apampa, was recognized for its role in promoting regulatory compliance and innovation in the insurance sector. The workshop continues to highlight the need for transparency, governance and sustainability in reporting frameworks across Nigeria's insurance industry. Moving on to other news, in Nigeria, National Abiola Quadri has been sentenced to over 11 years, that is 135 months, in a U.S. federal prison for orchestrating a $1.3 million fraud scheme involving stolen identities to unlawfully obtain COVID-19 unemployment and disability benefits. Quadri, a 43-year-old permanent resident of Pasadena, California, used the stolen funds to build a luxury resort in Nigeria, including a nightclub, shopping mall, and a 120-room hotel. According to the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE), Quadri submitted hundreds of fraudulent claims and withdrew large sums from ATMs between 2021 and his arrest at LAX in 2024 while attempting to flee to Nigeria. Authorities discovered he had transferred over $500,000 abroad to fund the Onyins International Resort. Further investigation revealed 17 fake checks totaling over $3.3 million on his phone, along with fraudulent activity linked to shell businesses and his Atlanta-based daycare company. He also misused government-issued food aid debit cards and failed to disclose his assets in court. In addition to his prison sentence, U.S. District Judge H. ordered Quadri to pay over $1.35 million in restitution and a $35,000 fine. Quadri pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit bank fraud and admitted in court to obtaining U.S. residency through a sham marriage. And in tech news, at the UNESCO Univoc Global Forum in Paris, Nigeria, digital storyteller and tech advocate Ayeni Dokas, known as Ms. Techie, emphasized that while artificial intelligence can enhance innovation, it should never replace human creativity. Speaking during a panel on AI's role in education and empowerment, she warned against the growing spread of AI-generated content and its impact on authenticity, calling for critical thinking and media literacy among youth. Ms. Teke stressed that true creativity stems from the human spirit, asserting AI might help bring ideas to life, but it can never replace the human soul behind true creativity. She shared her journey in the digital space, highlighting the role of online communities and collaborative learning in overcoming early challenges. She also noted that the importance of adapting education to Gen Z's preference, describing platforms like TikTok as modern learning spaces. The forum revealed that while many educators remain unprepared for AI integration, youth worldwide are already applying AI in practical ways, signaling a shift driven by grassroots innovations rather than institutional readiness. We go on a quick break now. The news continues when we return. Welcome back. If you're just joining, this is Idea TV News Update. Now the rest of the news continues. In health, the Nigerian physiotherapist and researcher Joseph Aderomu has called on African leaders to embrace wearable sensor technology to improve the diagnosis and rehabilitation of people with neurological conditions like Parkinson's disease. Aderomu emphasized that integrating such innovative tools, in healthcare systems could significantly enhance patients' outcomes and support caregivers. Drawing on his clinical experience in Nigerian current biomechanics research at the University of Nebraska at Omaha, Aderomu noted the limitations faced in traditional rehabilitation methods. He highlighted how wearable sensors, small wireless devices worn on the body, can capture real-world data on posture and movement, offering insights often missed in standard clinical settings. He argued that as neurological conditions rise with increasing life expectancy in Africa, accessible and scalable technologies like wearable sensors could fill critical care gaps, especially in underserved areas. Aderomu believes that with basic training and existing infrastructure, even local clinics could adopt the tools for personalized at-home patient monitoring. Backed by WHO data showing neurological disorders as a leading cause of disability worldwide, Aderomu urged policymakers and healthcare providers to prioritize technology-driven solutions for long-term neurological care in Africa. And moving on to business news, the Nigerian Ports Authority (NPA) has confirmed the arrival of 1,350 vehicles at the Ports and Terminal Multipurpose Limited, Tinkan Island Port between the 19th and 21st of July this year. Of these, 1,000 are new units and 350 are used. The surge in vehicle imports coincides with recent Naira stability buoyed by the Central Bank of Nigeria's $4.1 billion foreign exchange injection in the first half of 2025. The Naira stood at 1,544 Naira to the dollar on the parallel market as of July 20th, showing slight appreciation from 1,535 Naira at the start of the year. While industry players credit CBN's aggressive forex exchange intervention for easing import pressures, concerns remains over the sustainability of the strategy amid falling external reserves and low foreign investments. Nonetheless, the stable exchange rate has encouraged increased vehicle shipments, with 850 vehicles arriving on July 19 and another 500 expected by July 21st via Grimaldi Shipping Agency. And lastly, in sports news, Remo Stars captain Junior Nduka headlines the final 23-man squad named by coach Eric Chelle for the 2024 African Nations Championship (CHAN), set to hold from August the 2nd to 20th in Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda. Nduka, who captained Nigeria during the qualifiers, is joined by 8 other Remo Stars teammates, underscoring the club's dominance in the selection. The squad was finalized following a pre-tournament friendly against Ikorodu City in Ekene. Goalkeepers Mustafa Lawa, Shooting Stars Henry Aniozomena, Enyimba and Badmus Nuruddin Kwara United cut alongside key defenders from Rivers United and Ikorodu City. Flying Eagles captain Daniel Bameyi is also part of the squad, while Sekiru Alimi and Anthony Joma headlined the attack. Several players missed out due to transfer pursuit or injury, while others were dropped after camp assessments. Nigeria will begin its CHAN campaign in Zanzibar against Senegal and Sudan before facing Congo in Dar es Salaam. And that's all we have for you on Idea TV News Update. But before we go, here's a recap of the headlines. We brought to you news that the federal government reviewed 2023 roads concession deals. We also brought to you news that NSIA Insurance sponsors NCRIB workshop on corporate reporting. We brought to you news that Nigerian man sentenced in US for $1.3 million COVID fraud. And Ms. Techie advocates human creativity over AI at UNESCO Global Forum. And in health, Nigerian physiotherapists advocates wearable sensor tech to boost Parkinson's care in Africa. In business, NNPA reports arrival of 1,350 vehicles amid Naira stability. And lastly, in sports, Junior Nduka leads Remo Stars contingent in Super Eagles B final squad for 2024 CHAN. Do not forget to follow us across all our social media platforms at Idea Television. I am Cynthia Basi. Thank you for watching.